So today I want to tell a story of a very lucky series of events that led to me doing the job that I've had the most fun doing of all the jobs that I have worked. And I want to tell this story because I feel like I was very blessed and fortunate, and it was a great gift from God that things worked out this way. And I want to be careful to not try and say that having faith in God leads to good things happening in one's life. Because I think actually often worldly success is correlated perhaps with not being faithful to God. So I don't. Moral of the story is I don't know why things worked out the way that they did, but I do feel like it was a great gift from God, and I feel very blessed that it worked out this way. So anyways, into the story. So the summer after my sophomore year of college, I interned at a company as a software engineer. And at the end of the summer, I wasn't really sure how I felt about software engineering. Like, I wasn't sure if I didn't like software engineering or if it was that I didn't like the impact or lack thereof that I was having at this company, in that, I was creating a product, but I didn't feel like this product was doing some greater good. Not that it necessarily has to, but I do think that would be a cool thing in a job. So I was very confused kind of with what I wanted to do professionally after my sophomore year of college. And then now it's my junior fall and I'm looking for internships for the following summer. And my girlfriend at the time actually got an internship at a company that was very impactful. Like, the work she was doing, it seemed like would be very impactful and kind of contributing to the good of the world. And she was a software engineer, so I'm like, oh, I should apply to that internship. So I did, and I actually made another video about that. I went through the first 2 rounds and made it to the final round, and they flew me out to where they're located for the final round, but I didn't get the internship. It was actually a very kind of traumatic experience at the time, and it involved a lot of prayer to get kind of through that hardship. But anyways, so at some point after that time frame, after doing that interview and getting denied, an opportunity opened up to be able to do artificial intelligence research for the Air Force at MIT. And it's actually funny, I did an interview at another company trying to be a software engineer there, and I was talking to their CTO, and he was like asking me questions about what I was thinking about doing that summer. I'm like, well, doing this internship would be really cool, but I'm also looking at potentially doing AI research. And he was like, well, doing AI research is pretty hard. So I can't remember exactly how he put it, but he basically implied that I wasn't going to be able to do AI research. I also got rejected from that company as well. But then somehow I was able to actually get an interview to do this artificial intelligence research. There were a bunch of different teams, and I was hoping to intern with one of them. So I interview with one of the teams, and kind of after this interview, in my perspective, and it seemed like in her perspective as well, the interview went well, and there was this implicit understanding that she was just going to talk to some people on her team and then give me an offer. And I was very excited walking away from that interview. But then I go to follow up with her, and she replies saying that, no, actually, we don't want you because we want someone who's a graduate student or someone who's graduated from their undergraduate degree. And I did not fit that bill. So that didn't work out, and I was kind of devastated. And after this, in this kind of time frame, I don't remember exactly how it all happened, COVID happened, and we all got sent home from college, and I'm sent home with no internship, and it's not looking very good for that summer. I'm probably just going to end up, being at home with nothing to do, and that's kind of sad. And at some point in there also, I turned down my return offer from the previous summer because I guess I had done well enough to get a return offer. So I really had nothing at this point, but I knew, I guess I didn't want to go back. But anyways, so at this point, everything's kind of fallen apart. I have no idea what I'm gonna do that summer, and also COVID happened. It just seems like everything's a mess. But then I get an email from another team at this AI research project, and they want to interview me. So I'm super excited, and I interview with them, and the interview goes very well. And yeah, so I got accepted and was able to do the internship remotely from home during the summer of 2020, the COVID summer. And the research was really fun. I thought it was super cool, rather than before where I was building things with what is known. With AI research, I'm trying to find things that no one in the world knows about, like new discoveries, and explore those further. And I'm super glad it worked out this way because, I liked it so much, and I think potentially it's something that I want to do career-wise long-term, working in the AI area, because one, I think the technical work is super interesting and just kind of stimulating in a way that I find enjoyable. But also, I think artificial intelligence has a lot of applications for good. Now, that's a whole discussion for another day. There are lots of also bad applications for artificial intelligence. But I think the work is interesting, and it has can be used to have a good impact on the world. So I'm super glad in hindsight that everything that worked out, and that I was able to find this really cool opportunity that I really liked. And at the end of the day, I have no idea how this all kind of fell together. And if you asked me at my junior fall what I wanted to happen, I would say I want to work for that company that I interviewed for and didn't get the internship for. And that's what I would have said. I would have not said I want to do this AI research stuff. But I think in hindsight, I would have chosen the AI research, even if it paid less than that other company. I think it has led me along a path that I hope to continue down and find really interesting. So I don't have an answer. I think only God knows why things have unfolded the way that they have thus far, but I'm really grateful that they've worked out the way that they have, and I hope and pray that I would be grateful no matter what happens, because I trust that God's plan for my life is significantly better than my own. So that's all I've got for today. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, but thanks for watching.